Up, my diverse American people. It's George Delara. Crazy and impossible. I want to be your next president. We're having a big meeting up in Alaska where our guy kind of thought it was Russia for a while there. I guess someone told them that Alaska is not part of Russia. But they're there, they're meeting. And I just want to kind of touch on how I would go about this meeting and how I would handle it. Basically, simple. This is going to be a quick video. After the meet and greet and the pleasantries, I'd say, look, Vlad, you got three options, buddy, all right? Option one, all right, is a ceasefire, a complete withdrawal out of all of Ukraine territory, every little invasion, everything you've done over the past decade, the 15 years, whatever it's been, you got to back up. You're going to receive rights to the Arctic corridor, full rights. All the sanctions will be removed completely, and there will be no NATO in Ukraine. So that is, pretty much, I think, a great deal, because you're going to make a lot of money. You're going to get back to running your country peacefully without having to deal with any kind of wars or any kind of issues. You're going to remove all the weapons, everything that you've encroach into Ukrainian territory. You got to pull out, and from your profits, you're going to pay back Ukraine for all the damage you've done over the next 10, 20 years. That's option one. Option two, all right, before you say no, option two, here's option two, Vlad. Complete ceasefire, all right, option two. Complete withdrawal from two of the regions. You've invaded and occupied 4 distinct regions of Ukraine. So you're going to pull out of 2 of them, all right? The 2 outer flanks. You're going to pull out, complete withdrawal out of those 2 flanks. And Russia, you are going to get to keep the 2 inner territories of what was Ukraine. You're going to keep those territories. Now, because you're keeping those territories, the trade-off is that we're going to have NATO allied bases on each of the 2 flanks that remain Ukrainian territory as their protection. And there's going to be a full resolution signed by all the members of NATO that if Russia invades any part of Ukraine, NATO becomes an automatic member of NATO, I'm sorry. Again, with this deal, option 2, you will have full Arctic corridor rights, all the sanctions lifted, and of course, from the profits, you're going to, pay back for the damage you've caused to Ukraine. That's option 2. It's not as good for you because, yes, there will be NATO involvement, and then, it's not really what you want, but hey, you're getting, a big chunk of land that you wanted, so you're getting that, all right? So that's option 2. And then option 3, which is, unfortunately, not a good one for you, because that would mean, option 3 would mean that you decline option 1 and option 2 and choose to continue what you are doing. So then, because of that decision, Ukraine is going to get instant entry into NATO, and now you're at war with all of Europe. And I don't think that's what you want. I think you want to make money. I think you want to enjoy life and bring your prosperity to your country, Vlad. I think that's would be what your people would probably want, for you to take one of the 2. Ideally, option 1 is the best option for you, where, I'll repeat it, complete ceasefire, completely withdraw out of all Ukrainian territory. You're going to receive all the sanctions to be lifted. No NATO in Ukraine, a guarantee of that. And full rights, full corridor rights, and all the sanctions lifted. You're gonna be able to operate completely. Option 2 is again a complete ceasefire. You're gonna withdraw out of the two outer regions that you've incurred into Ukraine. That territory will be back under Ukrainian control, and you will remove everything out of there. You're gonna keep the two inner territories, but there will be two NATO allied bases on each side. Full Arctic participation, full corridor rights, and of course all the sanctions will be lifted also in option 2. Option 3 is unfortunately where you decline both of those options, those general options that are being offered to you, and then you're fucked. All right, Vlad, it's been a great meeting. The details will continue with our cabinet, with the people that are going to be negotiating the final details of option 1 or 2. I fully expect option 1, and all of Europe is in agreement that option 1 would be the best option for you to accept out of this meeting. But again, you know, we know you're a wild card, and I don't think you want to end the world. You don't, do you, Vlad? That would be fucked up. So, I think you want peace. I think you want, you want it to flex. You had your fun. All right? You killed hundreds, thousands of people. You destroyed all kinds of beautiful territory and land, and you've attacked apartment buildings and killed women and children and grandparents. So you had your fun. You had your KGB, malevolent little fun. You got that. Now it's time to say, shut the fuck up. It's time to shut the fuck up and return the world to peace. Because your people deserve better than what you're giving them. God bless you guys. Thank you guys. Look at this great population here. Look at this Christopher El Humanazo. All right, we got everybody coming here. Antonio, User, Macrao. Love you guys. I love every single one of you. And if you just joined, I'm George Dallara, and I want to be your next president. Not a billionaire, not a millionaire, not a career politician, not a lawyer. I'm a regular American just like you. And you see the kind of cojones that I think we need in leadership. Not what's going to happen, because I assure you this meeting here isn't going to give any results. Nothing. He's going to grovel. He's going to bow to his buddy Putin, because Putin bailed him out and he owes a lot to Putin, right? So nothing's going to come out of that. So we need a president who's directly out of we the people. No more corrupt billionaires. No more career politicians. We need an American. Someone directly out of we the people. So you guys, it's up to you. You guys need to follow. You need to find people who are directly out of we the people. Because as far as I know, it says we the people, bro. It doesn't say we the billionaires. It doesn't say we the rich. It doesn't say we the Christians. It doesn't say we the white people. It says we the people. All right? And as long as it says we the people, it includes all of us. And that's why I love every single one of you. I don't care the color of your skin. I don't care where you came from. I don't even care how you got in the country. I care that you love this country. That's patriotism. That's what we want in this country. I grew up during an age where we were proud to call each other brothers and sisters. And we were the melting pot of the world. We were proud to say we were the melting pot of the world. So we need to get back to that, because that's what we are. We come in every color. Americans come in every color. And this bullshit, beta boy bullshit that they're trying to tell you that America is a Christian nation. No. Bullshit. The founding fathers went out of their way to make sure that they built a nation where you were free to be a Christian, not a Christian nation. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference that these beta boy bitches want to shove down your throat so they can dominate and control women, because that's who they fear, guys. They fear all our beautiful women, our mothers, our sisters, our wives. That's who they fear. One of them was saying that women were like vending machines. Kind of referred to our beautiful mothers, sisters, grandparents, grandmothers, sisters, wives, girlfriends. Motherfucker referred to her as a vending machine, as women not being more than just, he said it didn't take any talent to spit out child. So my question was, how much talent does it take to, stick it in something and squirt? I think it takes a lot more talent to raise a human being, because if anybody has ever even raised a garden, you know how hard it is. You gotta tend it, you gotta care for it, you gotta be on top of it, you gotta care for it, you gotta touch it, you gotta know when the leaves are moist, when they're not. Because they're children, they're living creatures. So my point is that we the people are tired of these beta boy bitches telling you how to live your life. Because the biggest thing America had, and I guess it might be my New York roots, that mind your business was the beauty of America. Nobody cared what you did in your room, in your house, in your bedroom, much less what you had in your pants. But these beta boy bitches, because they fear women, it all comes down to their little micro afflictions and their fear for women that drives all of this ignorance and hatred. They're doing shit to all of us, but their big target are our women, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters, our granddaughters, are who they want to subjugate. And we ain't gonna have it. We ain't gonna have it. We need leadership that is fueled by intelligence and love, not this beta boy bullshit of ignorance and hatred for fellow human beings. Annie, what's up? Pig Eye, Michael, welcome, guys. Douglas, God bless you, brother. We the people, guys. We the people. We've seen what they do. The idea that wealth and intelligence go together, we're seeing disproved daily. They don't. Much less and dumbasses who fell ass backwards into wealth. That doesn't mean you're intelligent. That means you fell ass backwards into wealth. And if you can buy companies and hire brilliant people, that doesn't make you a genius. That means you have a lot of money to be able to do those things. Because they've bought companies that have failed. So the more money you have, the more chances you have of doing great things. Yet they don't. They don't do great things. They hoard. A handful of men have more wealth than 98% of the country. That's what trickle-down economics brought, because it never trickled down. It monsooned up. My grandfather used to say, es la ley del embudo. That means the law of the funnel. Wide at the top for them and narrow at the bottom for the rest of us. That's what they're building. A funnel for the rich. And that's what this big horrible bill did. That's what Project 2025 is. That's what everything they're doing is. to create slave labor instead of empowering people. My solution for the border, instead of threatening our top universities with their funding and bullshit accusations of students being students, speaking up for what they believe. Instead of threatening, taking their money away and terrorizing the student population, why don't you tell the universities, listen, we need to build training and education centers because all those people coming to the border are looking for a better life. They're looking for education. They're looking for opportunities. So why can't we train them there at the border? House, train vets. And the criminals can be put in prison, can be sent back deported. And the ones that are honest, good people looking for opportunity, coming to work, because you're seeing the vacuum out there already. You're seeing the results of governance led by ignorance and hatred for fellow human beings instead of governance led by intelligence and love and empowerment for humanity. So, I've said my piece. This summit is going to be, is basically a photo op, putting Putin back on the world stage, showing him that he's has the right to invade and to do whatever he wants to a sovereign nation based on mumbo jumbo and fabricated accusations and nonsense to kill people. You know, that's the bottom line of war. It's killing people. There's another war out there that we need to fix. God bless you guys. God bless the American people. Crazy and impossible. This is crazy and impossible. I'm not a millionaire, not a billionaire. I'm not a politician. I'm a regular person just like you. And I want to be the next president. I want to be the next president because I know we the people can do a better job than these beta boy bitches who are afraid of everyone. Mostly are women. Mostly you ladies. That's who they fear most. They're out after you. Everything else is a distraction, but deep down, every law, every initiative that they're taking is to subjugate you, to remove your freedoms. They're even talking about removing the women's right to vote, so only the household can vote. That means the man decides who you vote for. It's fucked up. We the people. Grandma, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? It's for us. It's for the grandkids. Tootie, Bunny Hop, Vanity. I love every single one of you. I love every single one of you. And I'll say it again, and I've said it in every other video that I've done. The sole purpose of government is to make the lives better of all its residents. Of all the people who are on its soil, the government's job is to make their life better, not to criminalize them, not to make them victims, not to treat them like slaves, not to weaponize their nationalities against them, their languages against them. That's not the job of government, much less in a globe where diversity is in every ecosystem. Every healthy ecosystem is healthy because of its diversity. So I'm not going to believe any beta boy bitch telling me that their lack of diversity is better. We've seen them. We've seen their big heads. We've seen their funny looks. We've seen their weird, transparent looking colors. We the people. Hey, listen, I'm 65 years old, and I can still hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. And if anybody doubts it, let's arrange it live. That could be the first big campaign contribution to launch this crazy and impossible love of country by a brown, poor, immigrant, kid of immigrants who loves this country. That's all I do. And loves you. And wants to be a president for you, the American people. Not for their idea of the American people. Every single one of you. Because as far as I know, it says we the people. Doesn't say we the billionaires, doesn't say we the Christians, doesn't say we the white people. It says we the people. Frank, Jesse, Jack, Ted, what's up, brothers? God bless you, every single one of you, man. We the people. It's time to take our country to what the founding fathers envisioned. A beacon of freedom and democracy for the entire world. A model for the world of freedom. Because listen, a small group of talented men, because that's what they were. A writer, a cobbler, an inventor, an artist. That's who these guys were, writers, because there were multiple writers who wrote the Declaration of Independence, which was a Dear John letter to King George, who had the biggest army on the planet. The British Empire had the biggest army, the biggest fleet, and they took on the biggest army in the world with their Dear John letter to King George telling you, yo, bro, you ain't right. You ain't right, and we want freedom. And we're going to create a nation built on freedom. Okay, that was it. That was all they wanted. They weren't out to build a Christian nation. They weren't out to build the white nation. They were out to build a nation built on freedom. That was it. And that's what is under attack. Your freedom. Your freedoms are under attack. Look at this thing in D.C. Yeah, the president has the right to take over D.C. because D.C. is not a state. It's not part of, any governing body. So, yeah, he can do that for 30 days. It's barking chihuahua bullshit, trying to look strong, trying to look powerful, and they look weak and pathetic because there's no need for that. Fund those police departments better. And that'll take care of 9/10 of the problem that you're trying to fabricate here to look tough. Because Castro did the same thing. Putin did the same thing. They're following a playbook. Hitler did the same thing. It's a playbook. It's not new. It's not creative. It's not American. It's autocratic. So let's put an end to that. We the people. God bless you guys. I always go longer than I intend. Jackie, what's up, baby? God bless you all. God bless the American people. Herman, what's up, brother? T-Dog. God bless you. God bless you. That's why I say, look, I'll be the first presidential aspirant. I can't even say I'm a candidate. I'm not a candidate. I'm just someone who loves this country and wants to be your next president, a president for you. And I'd be the first that by my DNA, and I'll prove it, I'll post it, I'll email it to you if you guys want. My DNA that proves that I'm white, black, Latino, European, Native, South American, Caribbean, Middle Eastern, Eastern European. I even got Irish and Jewish in my blood, proven by my DNA. So I'd be the first president that actually represents every American. And that's what a president's job is to do, to protect the Constitution. This moron didn't even know. He was going to ask the lawyers. He was going to ask the lawyers if his job was to protect the Constitution. The oath, they swear, says it. But he had to ask the lawyers. Why? Because what's a lawyer's job? lawyer's job isn't to enforce laws or to uh, 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 make laws. A lawyer's job is to pervert laws, to contort laws, to manipulate laws for their clients. That's what a lawyer does. It's not talking bad about lawyers. That's what lawyers do. They pervert laws to benefit their clients. So if you're telling me that the President of the United States needs lawyers to tell him what his job responsibility is, what his job duties are, this is not a leader. You're not dealing with a leader. This is a beta boy bitch follower who's being told what to think, what to do. And we know that. The malevolence is behind him. The Stephen Millers, the people from Project 2025, the new everyone they put in position. Because, my big question is, where the fuck are the generals? Why are no generals speaking up? Because during the first administration, there were several generals that came up and said, no, bro, no, can't do that. No. Where are they now? Where are the admirals? Where are the brigadiers? Did they get bought off too? So something ain't right. And we need to take that out of our governance. That's why I don't think it should be anybody from Washington. And trust me, we need good politicians. And there are a lot of good politicians in Washington, and on both sides, okay? Unfortunately, on the GOP side, there's a vacuum of cojones. But there are good legislators, there are good politicians. I can't even call them leaders till they show some leadership. But I mean, we can use them, we can work with them. And the whole thing is about united, because I keep harking on those three little words. We the people, and the one word that they want you to ignore, that is the most important of all, and that is united. United. If they wanted independent nations, they would have named their nation. These deliberate, detailed writers would have named their nation the Independent States of America, the separate States of America, if those were their intentions. They weren't. They wanted united. One nation. And if they wanted a Christian nation, they would have named their nation the Christian States of America. Rachel in 2010, why should you trust people giving your money to billionaires? What have you got to lose to trust someone who has no skin in the game? On either side, I have no affinity, no affiliation to any corporate entity. I have no divinity or affiliation to any government agency or any party. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm an American. So why should you trust an American whose interest is to make your life better? I don't know. That's the question you have to ask yourself. Why did you trust a criminal with 34 convictions and a history of grifting? If you voted for him, I mean, that's... Or why should you trust a career politician who has been becoming extremely wealthy while you haven't gotten much of a raise? Your property values have only gone up, costing you more. Your income is not matching the price of things going up around you. So why should you trust a career politician? Why would you not trust a mother who's raised 3 or 4 kids, despite an idiot husband, and those kids thrive, despite all the obstacles that she's faced? To me, that's leadership. Why wouldn't you trust a grandfather, a father, an uncle, an auntie, who work a second job to help support their nieces, their nephews, their grandkids, to help educate them, their family, to give them better lives? Why would you not trust someone who would do that instead of someone who's trying to take everything from you? Rachel Lynn, that's a great question. That's a great question, and I need more questions like that from you guys. Because I want to know why you trust these people. Why you trust the career politicians. Why you trust the billionaires who are just taking from you and have a history of taking from you. So, as a nation, we have a lot of learning to do. We have a lot of growing to do. And we have a lot of introspection to do. And I'll say it again, I don't believe what happened the day of the election. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to, engage in any conspiracies, but Rockland County, New York is not a conspiracy. It's evidence. And there are more. There are more coming out. So the point is that Abraham Lincoln said the people are the rightful masters of both the courts and the Congress, not to overthrow the Constitution, but to overthrow the men who would pervert the Constitution. And we see a daily perversion of the Constitution because they have lawyers perverting our Constitution, our laws, our norms, to impose a Putin-Castro autocratic dictatorship. This was a lessoning. This was the tip session on how to subjugate a population that he's getting today from Putin. He's not there for Ukraine. He's there to ask Putin what he needs to do next so that there are no more elections, because that's coming next. That's in Project 2025. All these martial law takeovers of cities, and what they're trying to pass now is to impose martial law. And the goal is to suspend, postpone, cancel midterm elections. It's Castro's playbook. It's Putin's playbook. And we need to end that. God bless you guys. We the people. And we need to end that. God bless you guys. We the people.